right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about the 5 most common mistakes that new travel agents make. Because we love you so much here at Wanderlust Campus, we are going to tell you what they are so you can avoid them. If that sounds like fun, keep on watching. That's what we're doing on the show today.
Step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long.
All right, guys, welcome back. I have my cute little Valentine's Day mug for you here. I want you to know that I love you. We're going to be doing all the fun things today and all February long. We're going to have lots of great content for you. But today we're going to talk about the 5 most common mistakes that new travel agents make, and I don't want you to make them. So if you're new here, type a little "I'm new" in comments. I'd love to welcome you to our community. And if you are new, my name is Cyndi Williams. I'm the CEO and founder of Wanderlust Campus. We teach you how to launch, grow, and supersize your travel businesses without making all these mistakes. You can find all of our information over at travelschool.com whenever you're ready. But today, let me share with you the scoop so we can avoid these at all costs for you. So, number 1, let's jump right in. The number 1 most common thing that I see over at Wanderlust Campus is people picking the wrong setup. We have 2 different types of students that come to us. The ones who come to us at the very beginning of their journey and they're like, just tell me how to do it the right way and get started. And then we have those that kind of DIY it for a while. They see how it goes. They started as a hobby or for whatever reason, maybe they didn't even know. They just did the best that they could and they just do their best, and it ends up in picking the wrong setup, which unfortunately puts them in sometimes restrictive contracts. It puts them in a situation where their business can't scale. It puts them in a fit that is not in alignment with their big vision for their business. So picking the wrong setup can be an easy one that people do wrong at the beginning. And unfortunately, it is the hardest one to get yourself out of, because if you're in a contract for a year, or there's all these restrictive terms, or worse yet, you book a bunch of travel and you're stuck there until it pays out, that can feel like, oh no, how do I correct this massive mistake? So when you are new, I want you to take your time. I know you're excited. I've been in this industry for 30 years. I started when I was 19 years old, and here we are 31 years later. Still love it, but I was very lucky to have the right guidance, right mentors. I spent about a decade where I made a bunch of mistakes, and that's kind of what we do at Wanderlust Campus, is we help you avoid those. So I want you to pick the setup that is going to be perfect. We actually have a free resource you guys can grab. This is a free masterclass. So there's 2 ways you can find the masterclass. You can either go to Wanderlust Campus and sign up for your free student account, or you can just go to careersonvacation.com/masterclass. I'll put both those links down below. This is an hour-long class that teaches you what is the travel industry? How do I get paid? What are the different setups? What should I be thinking about? What are my goals, and how do I balance that with the startup that I pick? This is a complete advocacy project. We do not hire agents, nor do we host agents. So watch that, and it's a safe place to get in there, ask questions, watch the content so you can get a good feel of what you want from your business, and then how to move forward with matching. So start there. That's a great one, so you don't pick the wrong setup. Number 2 is not being prepared to assist clients properly. I see this again and again. Look, there's a lot of places you can go, oh, I'm going to pay a fee and now I'm a travel agent. And you are all of a sudden like, I'm going to be a travel agent, but you've had no training, no skills. You haven't ever done the job before. You don't know what it's like to book travel for others, because it is completely different than booking travel for yourself. And you're like, oh my gosh, how do I navigate all these booking systems? How do I make the best choices for my clients? How do I make sure I got them the best rate? How do I advocate for them? How do I do all the things that you learn over a career as a career time frame as a travel advisor, right? So if you don't take the time to really hone those skills or understand what it takes, or to practice and know the rules and policy and best practices in the industry to support those clients, it's a recipe for you feeling not confident, feeling overwhelmed. It doesn't mean you can't do the job. We just have to solve these problems for you to get there, so you do feel that you're comfortable booking clients, even if their families are different than yours, their needs are different than yours. They're going places you haven't been before. You need to build up that confidence and those skills. It's really important. So if you don't feel prepared to assist clients properly, that can cause that if you haven't done the work required to get there. The third thing that I see, and this is getting more common, and it's also getting more important in today's environment, is travel agents and travel advisors are not legally protecting their businesses. So understand, in our industry, no matter what setup you pick, if you go completely independent and you're running your own business, or even if you're working for an agency, working for an agency is not an employee model in our industry. You would be working as a contractor, which means you're responsible for making sure that you are doing everything properly, that you are using the correct legal forms and documentation, that you are insured, in some case bonded, that you are making sure you're following SOT, seller of travel processes, depending on where you live. Those can apply or not apply, or also depending on who you're serving. We could go down a rabbit hole with all this stuff. But the point is making sure that you are making the decisions and setting up your business, and that you are legally protecting your business. Everything from how you form, what formation you pick. You're going to do an LLC, sole proprietor, S Corp, C Corp. It depends on your particular situation, but are you protected? And then do you have the other things in place, like agreements and contracts and terms and conditions and all of those things that are so important in today's marketplace to make sure that you don't get taken advantage of and you don't want to be out of business a week after you start, right? So that's one that I see. It's also the non-sexy part, right, of doing your business. It's not fun like booking travel and doing your branding or picking your logo. It's like the boring paperwork stuff, but it is so important you don't skip that step. So making sure that you legally protect your business in all ways, shapes, or form. The next one, and this is a big one, it's ineffective marketing. Now, when you start your business, you're going to realize, oh my gosh, I just, told people I'm a travel agent now, but how am I going to get clients? And very soon you're going to realize, how do I get lead flow? How do I open my computer in the morning and make sure that there's customers waiting in line for me to do business with? So you're going to realize that, oh my gosh, I have to actually market my business. Even if you're working for an agency, they're not going to do this for you. This is part of your responsibility, and that's how it works in our industry. So take a deep breath. You don't have to be a perfect marketer overnight. Goodness knows it took me a decade to grow my systems and do all the things and, get to a place where everything was working like a well-oiled machine. But the reality is you have to know that's part of your job. And I see two things out there. You either have no marketing, or you're just kind of like throwing some stuff on social media and hoping it sticks, kind of like a spaghetti against the wall and let me see how it goes kind of approach, trying to DIY your way in. The reality is if you don't know how marketing channels work, what things convert, how to have a strategy in all these different places, it's really hard to get your marketing into a place where you're delivering leads on demand. The other thing that I see, and this is for you experienced agents out there that you're watching this video and you're like, am I making these mistakes? Because I'm trying here, Cyndi, right? Help me. If you are using one of these like plug-in marketing systems or auto feeders, it is literally killing your reach in the algorithms, because the platforms are seeing these third-party plugins that are sending this marketing material. And I know you're being sold this stuff like, oh, it's going to be convenient, or it's free, or like you just plug in and we'll push out all this stuff. But the reality is that is actually harming the status of your page in the eyes of the platforms. So you have to be really careful. Please unplug any auto feeders. You need to curate your own marketing plan. Now, that doesn't mean that has to be super, you have to have a whole marketing department or you have to hire a bunch of people. No, you can do your own marketing, but just make sure that it is authentic, quality over quantity, that it's curated to your brand and it speaks to the clients you are trying to reach. You got to get good at marketing if you're going to scale your business. So that's number 4, ineffective or no marketing. And real quick here on marketing, let me give you the quick lowdown of what you need to understand. You need to understand all the marketing channels available to you. You need to understand what paid versus organic marketing is. Paid is obviously marketing you pay for. Organic is free marketing that you can do, but it requires a lot of strategy behind it. And then you need to know how to engage strategies within those marketing channels. Just because you set up a Facebook page or an Instagram account, it's not going to work for you until you have a strategy for how to grow those communities and leverage different marketing channels within those places. Putting a page up is not a marketing plan. That is just your architecture. That's like stage 1 of like 14 stages as far as getting things set up. So understand having strategy is within those channels. Then once you have those strategies set up, once you get a lead, once you collect someone's eyeballs or their ears and you have them in a place where they're listening or they're watching you, how do you convert that traffic to become a customer? That's where you employ things like sales funnels. You employ ways to build that know, like, trust factor to warm up and nurture audiences so it will convert to sales. This is like the Wizard of Oz, where the guy behind the curtain, if you don't have a situation behind the curtain, and this is also why you guys that are experienced and you're feeling like, oh, where do I go? This is so hard. I'm stuck. I'm just not growing. I feel like I'm doing all the things. And you're trying to copy what you see people doing on the outside, or you see their outward appearances. You can't see what's behind the curtain. So they're probably doing all of this other magic mechanics, like sales funnels, like things we teach in our programs. They're doing that stuff. And that's why they're having the success that they're having, because they have the upfront machine working for them. And then they have the back part of their marketing machine working for them as well. And last but not least, you have to understand how to assess your marketing. Do you look at your data? Do you figure out what's performing? Do you tweak your marketing plans? Do you make adjustments? That's how you make sure you don't waste a bazillion dollars on marketing. You also don't waste time, energy on things that don't work, and you only keep the things that are top performers in your particular custom business for your particular market that you're working in. So I didn't mean to go down a marketing rabbit hole, but I did want to give you guys some really good value in understanding what it takes. And if you're new, take a deep breath right now in the video. Like, whew, we're all here. Let's get a drink of water. Cyndi's got a lot of information she's unloading us today. Here's the thing. These are all solvable problems. You don't have to learn it all at once. I just want you to know these are the areas to be aware of to start your journey on, so you don't fall down these pitfalls. All right, let's continue on. All right, number 5, last but not least, is one of the most important ones. This is thinking they can do it all on their own. I'm going to DIY it. I'm going to figure it out as I go. I'm just going to start it as a hobby and go little by little. This is a recipe for it's going to take you like 15 years. It's going to take you forever to figure this stuff out. And it's hard to come together. And here's how I want you to put it in the framework or the lens of this, right? You are a dentist, okay? You're a dentist. You went to school. You have all this experience. You're smart. You became a dentist, right? Someone shows up at your door and they're like, oh my gosh, my knee hurts. I was just in an accident. I need a knee replacement. Can you do it for me? And now as a dentist, are you like, yeah, I'll figure it out. Lay on the dining room table. I'll figure out how to give you a new knee. Like, no, you would never do that. Why would you never do that? Because one, you know you're a dentist. You're not a knee surgeon, right? So you would like, I need to maybe refer you somewhere else because A, you don't know what you're doing. You know it's irresponsible to try to serve that client doing something you don't know how to do. So think about that in the framework of becoming a travel professional, travel advisor. And here's the reality is our industry is more complicated than ever. You have to know not just how to be a skilled travel agent, but you have to also know how to successfully run your business in an online space. So unless you're a dentist that can also do knee surgeries, don't expect to be from whatever career you're in now and magically be a successful top producing 6 or 7 figure travel professional tomorrow, right? It's going to take more learning. It's going to take, you got to go to school to be the knee surgeon, right? Before you can do knee surgeries. So understand that smart people, the dentist is not going to try to do a knee surgery. Smart people understand they know what they don't know. So I know that it's exciting to get in the travel industry, but also the reality is there's a lot of marketing out there that tells you guys it's so easy. It's not easy. All I do all day, 24/7 is educate within the travel industry. That's what Wanderlust Campus does. We are the gold standard of certifications, but above and beyond certification, we teach people how to put business systems in place so they can operate and do these things in an online space. So I really understand from a unique lens everything you need to learn and everything you need to put in place and everything that you need to do if you really want to realize having a portable, profitable travel business. It's a lot. It's 84 days of training in our particular training program. And I have 30 years of experience and a team of 30 people behind me that are training live classes and mentoring and supporting and helping our students do all of those things. So if you're trying to take that on by yourself, not knowing the industry, not knowing how it works, you are susceptible to getting stuck in situations where you're not really going to experience the growth that you're hoping for, much less if you're trying to leave a job or you're trying to really do this because you're trying to change your lifestyle for your family, right? A lot of our students are like, no, I want to homeschool, or I don't want to work for corporate anymore. I want to take my business and be able to travel and do things. If you're trying to do it at that level and do it in a big way, that's where it might be a fit to work with Wanderlust Campus. So I encourage you to check out all of our information online. You can also schedule a free session with our enrollment team to do a free goal mapping session. Now, I only have a handful of these that we can give away for free every week, so please apply and see if you can grab one for this week. You can go to careersonvacation.com/ready now. Tell us a little bit about what your goals are, and then we'll do a goal mapping session and really help you understand what are the pieces that would help you most to get to your goals. And if it's a match to work together, we'll talk to you about what the Wanderlust Campus experience is like and what road might be best for you based on the goals that you tell us. And if not, that's okay too. At the end of the day, we are here to help you in every way, shape, or form, really just grow within the industry and do it in a responsible way where you feel supported and can grow your business to any level that you want. So guys, I hope you got some great tips today. Next week, we're going to be back for the real Valentine's Day show, so stay tuned for that. I was also just on the Disney Treasure, so go check out Instagram. We have some really cool pictures over there from our visit on the Treasure. Oh my gosh, it was amazing, but that's like a whole nother video. So guys, I wish you so much love, so much abundance. I wish you the world. I'll see you over at Wanderlust Campus. If you like that last video, make sure you check out all the content available to you on our channel. And I invite you to follow along, travel with me around the world as I grow and scale my travel businesses. You're going to pick up some great tips, some great tricks on how you can grow your own travel brand too. I'm going to drop some links down below, and also check out these videos I handpicked just for you.